it was in December, around the same time as the election, when I had my real light bulb moment as a builder. And that was introducing water as a real world asset. So the real big narrative last year, starting was real world assets coming to the blockchain. And I always knew there was going to be a connection between my business and crypto. And I just didn't know how, but I always knew creating water from the air is such an epic technology, and crypto and blockchain technology is also such a awesome technology. There's got to be a way to be able to combine those two somehow. And when real world assets started to come on the scene is when I really started looking into water as a real world asset and how to tokenize that and how to really bring that on chain. So that was when I had my light bulb moment. And since then, I've had the luxury of taking the time to focus on Nexus, because my other company in Hawaii is called Waiea Water. And that's Waiea.
Right?
Yeah. So
Waiea. Sorry, I said it wrong. I knew it.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's actually, I say it wrong every time. It's actually Waiea.
Waiea. Okay.
But Waiea, Y is water and Ea is air.
Nice.
And so that is fully built out, managed, employed, everything like that. So I've actually been able to take a step back from that and focused on Nexus Water. So for the last 9 months, I have been 100% committed to this. And with the tools at our disposal, AI, X, the community, I've been able to do so much more efficiently and quickly than I would have ever had the chance before. So that is something I've been able to focus on and continue to focus on. And now I'm starting to see some fruits of that labor. I'm starting to see some verification, some validation, and a lot of people have been very encouraging to me, which has helped motivate me to continue on. But that's been really the start of it, Nexus, as bringing that water on chain. And that was December. So that was my light bulb moment.
Man, I have to say, I'm impressed with all of you guys. All of the research that I do, before this show, and like I said, every one of you have such great stories of what you're doing, and I'm like seeing the videos and things, and I followed you around from your old your other website for the initial the Waiea, I don't know how to say it still. But I watched you go and install this, and when I met you in Vegas, because we met you in Vegas, and you kind of was explaining it to me a little bit, but I didn't really grasp what exactly you were doing and how that was going to be tokenized and that. And I guess since we're going to kind of go on into explaining a little deeper of what you guys do, since you're in the hot seat. Can you kind of explain what this is with the company, the Nexus Water, what it is, and then what your idea to tokenize your product?
Sure. At the core of it is still a very big passion of mine, which is the humanitarian side of it. It's giving back. So bringing water to those regions or communities that don't have it. So that's a really big focus of mine, in keeping that very central to the Nexus Water model. But of course, we need monetization to be able to do that. So we have to come up with financial protocols, revenue bearing, to be able to get to that point. So there's a couple pathways to do that. The first, and our main focus at this point, is the tokenization of water utilities. So Hawaii, for example, Board of Water Supply. But this can be done in Europe as well. It can be done across the United States, wherever there's an authority that controls the water disbursement and billing of that. So what we're doing is tokenizing the accounting, tokenizing the rewards for green behavior. So we are creating this Nexus portal right now, which you can upload your water bill for up to 3 years, and that sets a baseline. And then we take an average of those different seasons and those months to get an average of your baseline for your water and water use. And this can be translated to energy use, but we're focusing on water right now. And whether we partner with other existing energy blockchains or we take that on ourselves will be determined in the future. But we really want to focus on the water at this point. So tokenizing the water utility. We can then show reductions in the monthly water use based on your baseline, and then you can be rewarded in Nexus tokens. So we're working on a protocol for that as well through stablecoins. So it's a WTR and an ENG token, which will be able to be rewarded, but they will both be converted to the NXS token, the Nexus token. So that's where we're with the Nexus token, and the name Nexus comes from the water and energy nexus. That means there's a relationship between water and energy. It always takes water to make energy or transport water. It takes energy, or in the water bottling, the transportation, like I said, even the creation of solar panels takes water in that process. So there's always a relationship between water and energy. So there will be protocol around that as well for that reward. But that's the main goal. So there's billions of users already using water from a utility or municipality that are billed monthly. So that problem already exists. There's billions of users that are on that. So that's where we're going to tackle first and foremost. But then we also have the tokenization of water itself. For every liter of water produced by these machines using renewable energy technology. So if you have a water machine and solar panels that's creating the water, all renewable sources, that can be tokenized as water credits. And then those, after that point, can be bundled together as water offsets, energy offsets, or carbon credits. So that's where the relationship between water and energy comes in. There's a formula, 1 liter equals 200 watt hours equals 7.7 gram or 77 grams of carbon. So there's that relationship. So we can play around with that, whether it's energy, water, we can turn that into a carbon offset. But then that will be put onto a carbon credit marketplace where corporations, companies can buy these offsets to help with their ESG scores and the social sustainable development goals and things like that. So that's forward thinking.